Hi friends, do you know anyone living alone with mild dementia? Might they become a victim of elder abuse should the wrong person befriend them? It happens regularly, as many of our seniors are lonely. And sadly, this is exactly what happened in today's case. Let me share the details because elder abuse matters. This case comes from an email sent by a townsperson. Hi Lolli, thanks for running your abuse channel. It has been helpful for me to hear other stories, and sometimes they are quite entertaining. In my area, according to local news reports, police received an anonymous tip that a 65-year-old man was missing and possibly the victim of a crime. The sheriff's office launched an investigation and started with trying to locate the man. It took them a week to find him in a house out in the countryside, confused and alone at the time, and living in terrible conditions. The place was unsanitary and unsafe, and there was no food to eat. He appeared to be malnourished, he hadn't bathed in months, and he wasn't getting any medical care. The police also determined that the man's cell phone and laptop computer had been taken from him, and the landline in the house had been disconnected. Essentially, he had been isolated from his family for about 6 months, and they didn't know where he was living. He was sent by the police to hospital for further care. The backstory was that the man had been befriended by another man and a woman that seemed quite nice at first, but they soon became bad news. On top of stealing his communication devices, they had moved him against his will to the rural property and didn't deliver the food and supplies they had promised him. Then they took money from his bank account using his debit card. As he suffered from some dementia, he couldn't figure out how to get help without a phone. The good news was he was able to tell the investigators the names of the man and woman who had done this to him, and he could indicate approximately where they lived. Soon after, police got a search warrant and arrested a man aged 50 and a woman aged 39 after seizing drugs, stolen property, stolen credit cards and checks, and also stolen ID, along with several guns. The man was charged with abuse of a vulnerable person, failure to register a firearm, illegal possession of a controlled substance, which was drugs, with the intent to sell, and 6 counts of owning a firearm despite being a prohibited person. His bail was set at over $250,000. The woman was charged with abuse of a vulnerable person, 3 counts of possession of a controlled substance, again drugs, and using the personal identity of another to harm or for unlawful purpose. Her bail was set at over $50,000. Needless to say, Lolli, as far as I can find, neither of them have been bailed out, so they remain in jail awaiting their trial. Well, friends, another sad matter regarding elder abuse. This trusting senior was not only financially taken advantage of, but he was physically harmed as well, and isolated and neglected, all because he met some friendly people. Thanks goes out to whomever made the anonymous tip to the police to start an investigation so that this man could be rescued from the grips of the 2 abusers. Are you aware of any lonely seniors who have become victims? Or seniors with dementia that might need more oversight? Share with us in the comments how this might be avoided. And let's hope that we can make strategies to keep our seniors safe and from being lonely, because elder abuse matters. Friends, while we are not therapists here, our goal is to share abuse cases so that you'll know that you are not alone if you also are suffering from elder abuse. We hope that it's somewhat therapeutic to hear other stories, and it may also be helpful to anonymously share your own story of abuse on this channel. Just check the show notes below to find out how. And finally, if you've been helped by this video, please subscribe now to grow the channel so that together we can reduce the abuse, because elder abuse matters. Please stay safe, seek help, and know that I am praying for you.